Hello everyone. Welcome back. In this video we are going to learn about coding style. What is mean by coding style? Programming style means set of rules or guidelines used when writing the source code for a computer program. Coding standards are specifications for preferred programming style. First, use few standard control constructs. Use structured coding techniques if the programming language used for source code development supports them. If the programming language does not support structured coding techniques, programmers of a software project should use a uniform and consistent coding pattern. This will result in program that will be easier to read, understand and modify. Next is use information hiding. In a well-designed software system that uses information hiding, each module makes visible to other modules only those features that are required by the other modules. All other aspects of the modules are hidden from external view. Data encapsulation provides information hiding by data structures and accessor routines in a single module. Data abstraction provides information hiding by ensuring that routines that uses a data structure need not know the details of data representation or data manipulation.
Can you explain user-defined data types?
User-defined data types such as structure, union and class help humans and computers to distinguish between entities from the problem domain. It greatly improves the clarity and readability of a source program.
Again, can you explain about data type checking?
It refers to the limitations imposed on the way in which data items can be manipulated by a program. It is a good programming practice to use type checking and user-defined data types wherever appropriate. Each subprogram should implement a well-defined function. A subprogram that has fewer than 5 statements is usually too small to provide a well-defined function. These small subprograms can be replaced by inline functions. A subprogram that has more than 25 executable statements probably contains 2 or more well-defined functions that can be packaged as separate subprograms. Exception to these guidelines may also exist in case of specialized applications. Next we will see how to use Godot in a disciplined manner. The Godot statement is useful for exiting from loops and for unconditionally transferring control to another part of a program. Do not use Godot statement to backward jumps and forward jumps to remote regions of a program. Use Godot in a disciplined manner to ensure simplicity, clarity and elegance of programs. We will see how to provide standard documentation prologues. A documentation prologue contains information about a subprogram or compilation unit that is not obvious from reading the source code. Provide standard documentation prologues to enhance readability and understandability of the source code. Now we will see how to use indentation, white spaces and parentheses. Neat formatting of the source code enhances readability of the source code. Use indentation, blank spaces, blank lines and parentheses wherever required, to improve program readability. Next we will see do not nest too deeply. If nesting becomes too deep, clarity of the source code is obscured. Excessive nesting is an indication of poor logic and design. Avoid nesting of program constructs to depths greater than 3 levels. Next, do not use identifier for multiple purposes. Each identifier in a program should be given a descriptive and meaningful name that reflects its purpose. Using an identifier for multiple purposes improves memory efficiency, but it may cause confusion to the reader of the program and will make future modification to the source code extremely difficult. How to use do not use too many parameters and global variables. The number of parameters to a subprogram and the number of global variables should be few in number. Subprograms with many parameters are difficult to understand and use. Global variables should be shared among routines on a selective basis only if it is extremely required. In practice, use of a subprogram with less than 4 formal parameters and the smallest possible number of global variables is desirable. Next, avoid null statements. A null then statement is of the form if C then else S. Null then statements should be avoided by rewriting them into their equivalent statements if not C then. Next, do not sub-optimize. Do not put too much effort to refine a code segment that has little effect on the overall performance.
Our last topic of source code development we'll see in next video.